First thing that I want to demonstrate here is what happens when two officers get on either side of somebody like this. If we're trying to restrain Brad and we're coming in from the sides, we have a problem, and this is about what it would look like. This is not how we wanted this to go. Brad's being nice. What we want when we approach somebody is a typical Roman phalanx. We want to get the idea of being shoulder to shoulder with our co-workers. That way you guarantee the direction that your opponent / subject is going to be facing, because he's going to face both of us if we're in a phalanx. So Brad, let's step over there where Brian is. As Brian and I come in here now, shoulder to shoulder, Brad only has one point of attack. And what we're going to do is split at the point where Brad could attack us. Right now, if you just go ahead and stick your foot up in the air, he can't quite reach us. That's about all the farther he can kick. I mean, he's a tall guy, but we're out of range for him. So as we're coming in, at the point where we enter his bubble, when we enter his space, that's where we're going to split off. We got a fella here who's dangerous, but he's now got to watch both of us, and that will confuse him generally long enough for us each to get an arm. So what we'll look at right now is just the basic approach. I'm going to step back just a little bit more. As we're coming in, I'll just say now, and go ahead and take a 2. Now, that's how this is supposed to happen. How did you feel, Brad? Pretty well controlled. It's just one of those where it just happens, boom, and you definitely have the feeling like you don't want to fight anymore. So let's analyze a little bit about what we did there. If you recall from the fundamentals, we've got 2 possibilities. Brian only has 2 arms, and I only have 2 arms. So if I'm going to attack either one of his arms, I'm either going to use the parallel arm or the cross arm to attack one of Brian's arms. If I use the parallel arm, I'm going to slide that in, and we're looking at a shoulder lock, and we'll look at that in a minute. If I use the cross arm, I'm going to hook him like I would if I was square dancing, and execute some kind of a figure 4, an Udagarami lock, or go straight to a straight armbar takedown. All we're going to do in this demonstration is coordinate that. So what Brian and I are going to do is, as we approach Brad, we're going to attack with the cross arm. I'm going to be attacking Brad's right arm with my right arm, and Brian's going to attack with his left arm on Brian's left arm. Now we're just going to go to the wrap, and we won't go to the takedown. Okay? So here's our bad boy. He's being nasty. He's all drunk. He's mad at his wife, and we got to take this guy out of his house. Here we go. Break. Okay? From that point, we have him pretty well under control. Now what we're going to look at is just the complete process. We'll take him down to the ground and then talk about some of the aspects of team cuffing. Here we go. Here's our bad guy. Going in. Go. Oh! All right. Okay, I'm going to get a knee in. I'm going to keep my figure 4 lock and then trap the wrist. I don't want his hips getting off the ground. I want to control this wrist. I'm going to get one cuff on, and Brian's not going to let go of anything until I've got one cuff on and a really irritating little wrist lock. Give me the other hand, give me the other hand. Brian helps me get the other cuff on, and then hopefully he's going to sober up enough to go with us with no further problems. Okay, thank you. We do appreciate your
easy on the takedown.
Okay, let's borrow another subject here for a second. Rebecca hates. She presents a different kind of problem, because if she comes over here and stands between us, you're going to notice somewhat of a size difference. We also have the issue. We also have the issue of how much force can we justify. Rebecca's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu. She can hurt you, but she's small, fragile, looks cute, delicate, sugar and spice and everything nice, So Brian and I are going to have a little trouble justifying our use of force. That's why I like these figure 4 locks or just shoulder locks, but we don't have to execute any more force than we absolutely need to. So here, we'll do it from this angle. Rebecca will be standing over there, and she's just broken up with her boyfriend and she's not happy. She's drunk, she's upset. We're going to do the same takedown, but we have to regulate the amount of force. So Brian and I got to deal with this. Here we go. Break. Okay? Just enough force to put her down on the ground. Enough force to keep the shoulder down. Give me your hand, give me your hand. Here's the figure 4, breaking out the wrist lock. Once she calms down, we get a cuff on. Give me the other hand, give me the other hand. Brian brings the other hand around, and now we have control. I would have had this knee on her shoulders, but for demonstration purposes, so you can see this on the camera, I'm letting you see what we do with our hands. Okay, another one from another angle. Let's have you over here, and we'll come straight at you this time. Okay, shoulder to shoulder. I want to feel him as we're coming into here because I've got a lot of verbal cues I have to concentrate on. So we're coming in, break, bring it down, gentle, gentle, gentle. Drop to the knee, drop to the knee. Give the arm, give the arm. Got a wrist lock. Click. Give me another hand. Good. This bad girl's going to jail. Okay, that's it for a cross arm inside figure 4 or udigurami lock. And you'll walk them straight down to the ground, team cuffing, make sure their hips are under control. The hips are the center of all the body's power, so make sure those hips are pinned, and then make sure you get the shoulder trapped down so they feel trapped.